After my delightful dinner at Cucina del Toro in early November 2017, just 10 months before, which I described in episode 126, this season's episode 3, I was very much looking forward to returning, this time for a late summer menu. I needed very little time to settle on my menu choices, and until the antipasto arrived, I relaxed with a glass of the house Franciacorta Brut from the Bosio winery. One thing which had appealed to me the first time, which I noticed approvingly again, was the unfussy decor and agreeably low-key ambience, even if there was a boisterous group in the next room, which will be audible later in this video. All the better for focusing on what really counts, the food. Soon the antipasto was served. Several slices of swordfish, marinated with shaved asparagus, with tarragon leaves along the top of the asparagus and small colonies of herring roe distributed alongside. I forgot to ask what the swordfish was marinated in. Whatever it was, the fish was super tender and much juicier than swordfish frequently is when it's grilled. Before my primo arrived, the waiter brought the wine for that course. From the Aurora winery in the southeasternmost corner of the Marche, a pecorino, an ancient white varietal we never get in Vienna. The tagliatelle were made from pasta di pane, that is, from bread, and they were blanketed with chicken chunks in a chicken broth, with green onions and a topping of pecorino, here meaning the wine varietal's much more common namesake, the cheese. I have a lot more appetite when I'm in Italy than when I'm at home, so despite the richness of the primo, I was still looking forward to a secondo when I'd finished the tagliatelle. The waiter thought a dolcetto d'alba from Roberto Garbarino would be a good match for my secondo. I really enjoyed this red, and, as he predicted, it did not overpower the secondo. You may have noticed that I tend to drink far more whites than reds when I'm in Milan, perhaps because I don't select that many classic red meat dishes. In the background, you may have observed that the grissini, which were remarkably good, had been replenished after I'd asked about their composition. Yellower than usual, they were made with both wheat and corn flour. So what was the secondo? Veal sweetbreads with zucchini flowers, along with apple balsamic vinegar. I love both sweetbreads and zucchini flowers, neither of which I tend to cook with much at home. The waiter pointed out that the zucchini flowers hadn't been stuffed with the usual ricotta, although that's certainly nice too, but with zucchini and zucchini flowers themselves. I thought this stuffing was a great alternative to what I'm used to having. After the sweetbreads, I requested a break, and, when I looked at the dessert options, thought it wise to go for something light. Even with a good breakfast buffet selection, it's not easy to get a lot of fruit when traveling, so I was delighted to find a fruit salad containing not just 4 different berries, but cantaloupe, pineapple, green apple, and kiwi as well. These were bathing in an apricot sauce, and floating on top was a pink grapefruit sorbet. I couldn't have asked for a better way to end my dinner. The Cucina del Toro appears to have a tradition of offering its guests 3 cantucci at the end of the meal. At least, this had also been the case when I was there the previous time. It's so nice when one goes back to a restaurant after a good first dinner to see the initial impression confirmed on a repeat visit. I'll definitely be back again in the future.